Good morning. I don't know what my intro just did, but good morning. Hey, Judy. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Jill. What's up, guys? We are on part 3 of the Betty Broderick trial. Today, we're going to watch part of her oldest daughter, Kim's testimony. All right, let's see. Already this morning, I watched the Oprah interviews and found some inconsistencies in Betty's story. Yeah, the woman lies like a rug. You can't believe anything she says. Nothing. Nothing. Betty purports to putting Dan through medical and law school. Dan was already a practicing physician when they married. He continued to practice medicine while in law school. Although Betty worked to supplement Dan's student loans and income, she never worked as a teacher as she claimed. Oh, snap. Yeah, you can't believe anything that woman says. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That woman, I swear, she's a piece of work. Hey, Carla. Yeah, she never, ever took responsibility for any of her actions, ever. And I watched the interview with the kids that Oprah did with the two oldest. Well, the oldest boy and the oldest girl. And that poor little boy, she played that tape, which, see, now I've watched documentaries and interviews and the movie, and so now I've lost track of what we've heard in court and what I heard in other things. I think now I'm lost. I thought they played it in court yet, but I'm not sure. Okay, somebody that doesn't have chemo brain's gonna have to tell me. Did they play the tape yet of her talking to Danny, where she was calling Dan a slime ball and stuff, and he was crying and said, "Mom, quit using bad words. We can't see you if you keep using bad words." Because the kids didn't know that the court would allow her to see them. The Dan told them was that because she called and left bad words on the answering machine, that she couldn't see the kids because of the bad words on the answering machine. So, the kids didn't know it was a court-ordered thing. They thought that if she quit leaving messages with cuss words, that their dad would let them see her. So, and she's saying horrible things on the phone with this little boy about his dad. It's heartbreaking, literally heartbreaking. And the kids in the interview with Oprah was even like, well, I don't think she meant to hurt us. And I don't, like I keep saying, what overrides the maternal instinct? Yeah, she's hurting them. But do you think she realized she was hurting them? She was using them as pawns to get back at Dan. But do you think she realized? Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. Slimeball was, but that was what they played, the part they played, because they didn't want to play the, on the Oprah Winfrey show. They didn't want to play the other part with the bad words. Yeah, she did. Oh, she absolutely did have a very, very filthy mouth. And I think the we're probably in the trial going to hear the filthy mouth. Like, they're going to play the messages she left and all kinds of stuff. So, buckle up. But now we're going to hear from the oldest daughter, Kim. In the movie, they changed her name to Kate. I don't know why. I mean, come on. Everybody knows their real names now. Like, I don't know why. I guess maybe in case. Well, no, because that was after. Let me see. I'm trying to remember at the end of the movie. Yeah. Yeah. She was using them as pawns. Like, she took them over to his house one by one, like not all together. Like one by one, and dropped them off at his house when he wasn't even home. Like, thinking, well, I'll take them over there and he won't be able to handle it and he'll come crawling back. Um I can't remember if the movie it had like a little synopsis thing at the end. The first movie ends right as she shoots them. And I can't remember if the movie was done after. I think it was done after the first trial, and it said the first trial ended in a hung jury. So by then, everybody knew their real names because they testified. And they were mentioned in the trial too. Like, back then, they didn't censor minor stuff as much like they do now. So I don't know why they changed their names in the movie. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So, okay, here we go. Oh, I'll help if I share my screen. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time for all the tech issues, because there will be tech issues. I'm going to turn my camera off because we're not going to be able to watch her whole testimony, because we're going to go to the Donna Adelson trial in a little while. We'll be directed to that when this is over. Is there a reason, StreamYard, that you're not sharing my screen?
Kimberly Curtin Broderick, Broderick. Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Broderick. Are you the daughter of the defendant, Elisabeth Broderick?
Yes.
Can you tell us how old you are?
21.
When is your birthday?
January 24th.
You tell us what their names are, what their ages are.
She's 20, he's 15, and Red, he's 12.
And where are you living at this time?
San Diego.
How about your two brothers, Danny and Red?
They live in Colorado.
Who do they live with?
My Aunt Kathy Broderick.
Have they been living with your Aunt Kathy since your father was killed?
Yes.
And how about your sister Lee? Where does she live?
She lives in San Diego, too. They live in Colorado.
Who do they live with?
My Aunt Kathy Broderick.
Have they been living with your Aunt Kathy since that's your father?
Yes.
And how about your sister Lee? Where does she live?
She lives in.
Can you tell us, if you can, at this point, how you feel about your mother?
Well, I love her, but I'm mad at her
Why is it that you're mad at her?
because I don't like things that she's done.
Do you feel at all that you have some sort of obligation to take sides in this case?
No.
You understand that your only obligation
Objection, maybe. Overruled, you can answer that.
Excuse me?
Do you understand that your only obligation as a witness in this case is to simply tell the truth?
Yes.
And that's, no matter which way your answer cuts or you think it cuts, you just tell the truth.
Right.
How do you feel about your father right now?
Your Honor, objection. Overruled, you can answer that.
Well, I still love him and miss him.
Did you basically grow up here in San Diego in La Jolla?
Yes.
And what school did you go to?
To Francis Parker?
Where is Francis Park? Is that a
High school was. Lower school was in Mission Hills.
okay, so there's a grade school and that's in Mission Hill.
Right.
And then once you graduate to the 7th grade, you move to a different campus of Francis Parker.
Right.
Did your brothers also go to Francis Parker?
Yes.
And how about your sister?
For a while she did. Then she went to Bishop's.
And Bishop's is another school that's in La Jolla?
Yes.
When you first lived in La Jolla, did you live in a house on a street called Coral Reef?
Yes, we did.
What was the address there?
5555.
Coral Reef. And you lived there with all your brothers and sisters and both of your parents, is that correct?
Yes. My brothers were born when we moved there.
Do you remember when you first moved there? I'm not asking you for the date, I'm just asking you if you remember that or were you too young?
No, I remember. It was about, not even, I don't think it was.
Yes, please share, Judy.
Younger is Danny than you.
He's 6 years. Younger than me.
Observations whether your parents had a happy marriage?
Well, at the time I didn't think much of it, but they fought a lot. So, no, I didn't think it was a happy marriage at all.
From your observations, did you ever think that they appeared to be happy together?
At the time or now?
At the time.
Well, I was too young. I really wasn't paying any attention.
How about
But no.
And why do you say that now?
No objection calls were opposed.
Why is it that you say now that you don't think your parents ever had a happy marriage?
Because as far as I can remember,
God bless America.
they were back, they were fighting and saying they were going to get divorced.
You indicated saying they were going to get divorced. Who was it that would say to you they were going to get divorced?
My mom.
And what would she say?
She would say, your father and I are going to get a divorce. Who do you want to live with?
Your Honor, can I check the microphone?
Certainly. It's turned all the way up.
Yeah. When you indicate that your mom would say something like that, like your father and I are going to get a divorce, who do you want to live with? About how going to get a divorce, who do you want to live with? About how old were you when she would say something like that?
Young, before I was 10, like 7 or 8. No, yeah, about 7 or 8, and then from then on.
And was that something that she just said once, or was it something that she said?
No, repeatedly.
Would your father ever be there when she would say something like that?
Not often. It was usually just Mom and I. But he'd hear about it, or maybe he was there once or twice.
And what was his reaction to that?
He'd just say, oh no, we're not going to get divorced, and you don't have to decide anything, and you don't have to answer that.
You indicated that your mom and dad seemed to fight a lot or argue a lot. Do you recall what they were arguing about?
Well, a lot about him not spending enough time at home and him going out with his friends. But that's the only main I remember them arguing about. They would, sorry.
When they would argue, would they argue in front of you, or would they go off to another room?
Both. I mean, I'm sure they argued when we weren't around, but they argued in front of us too.
Did your mother ever tell you why she married your dad?
No. I know she said she didn't want to. He just kept bugging her.
Did she say anything about pitying him?
Who tells their kid that? Well, my mom told me that. Well, not really. My mom said that she had her choice of 3 men, but she didn't really love my dad. She picked him because she wanted a father for my 3 half-brothers.
Down. And then another time he slept in the garage.
So this was something that happened on more than one occasion?
Yeah, it happened quite a few times.
Would he ever call up to you to have you let him in the house?
Yes.
Do you remember ever a time when your mother actually kicked him out of the house for an extended period of time?
Yes, he moved out into a hotel in La Jolla for a while. Not more than a month, but I think like a week or so.
Was this, do you recall, was this when he was still working for the firm of Gray Carey?
Yes.
And do you recall what his reaction was when your mother...
And it'll be okay. And no, he didn't want to go at all.
Were you allowed to see him or talk to him when he left?
I don't really remember how long he was gone, but I know we didn't see him a lot. But he wasn't gone that long. He was only gone a week or two.
he say anything to your mom? Please don't make me go.
Yes, and then Mom was playing the song "You Don't Bring Me Flowers" on the radio. She was playing the record, and everyone he's acting. When they were talking in front of us, he was mostly just talking to us. He wasn't talking to Mom anymore. He was telling us goodbye.
And that he'd be back soon.
Right.
And this would have been, if he was still working at Great Carrier, it would have been before 1979.
Right.
During this time while you were growing up, before your parents left your mother,
StreamYard.
slap her, do anything physical towards her? Never?
Never at all.
Did you ever see him threaten to hit her or
No.
act violently?
Not at all.
Was there any violence between the two of them?
Well, at each other.
Yes. Did your mother ever do anything violent towards your father?
I never saw her hit him, but she would scratch him and stick her fingernails in his arm. But I didn't see her hit him.
Was that when she would? You indicated sticking her fingernails in his arm. Was that something that happened just on occasion, or did it happen?
But she scratched his back once. I saw that. That's all.
Were there ever any incidents where she threw anything at him?
Yes.
Can you describe?
One night at dinner, he came in late, and well, I don't know if that was the whole issue, but she threw a ketchup bottle at him across the table. And then one time we went to dinner and we got back and, well, we went out for pizza and we got back and she threw this marble thing that's, well, I think you grind something in it or something. She threw that. And that's right.
The incident where she threw the ketchup bottle. How do you recall how he responded to that? Did he throw anything back at her, or was there a fight?
No, no, it just smashed on the wall. And that was about all for that.
And the time that you went out for pizza with your dad, who else was at this pizza?
Dave Monahan and his children.
Okay, can you tell us who David Monahan is?
He's a friend of my father's.
So your dad, you and
Sister.
and Monahan and his children, you all went out for pizza together.
Right.
And then what happened when you got home?
We were late, and then she threw a stereo. When we walked in the door, she threw the stereo, and then she threw the marble thing.
Do you recall?
No, that's wrong. The stereo was already thrown. It was like right when we walked in, the stereo was already thrown, and then when I walked in the house.
Was she throwing it at your dad?
Well, he walked in first, and then the stereo was thrown, and then I walked in, and the stereo was on the ground. She didn't hit him.
How about with the marble thing?
It didn't hit him. I mean, she threw it at him, though.
Do you recall what his reaction was?
No, he just, no. He didn't really have a reaction. Just, they all sent us up to bed, and just, oh, geez.
Was it clear that your mother was angry at the time?
Yeah. Well, we didn't know that before we got home. But once we got home, yeah, it was pretty obvious that she was angry.
So this was something that once he opened the door, it was obvious that she was angry when she threw this.
Right. Very angry.
Was there a time that you recall when your mother burned your father's clothes?
Yes.
Can you describe Describe how she went about doing that.
The room overlooks the backyard. She went in and took all the clothes and threw them out the back over the balcony under the. Maybe she poured the black pan to put this fire out. But after the fire, then there was black paint all over everything else. It wasn't burned.
When she was doing this, when she was throwing the clothes off the balcony, were you there?
Yes.
Okay. And what were you doing?
Asking her to stop doing that.
Were you upset at what she was doing?
Yes.
Were you crying?
Yes.
And what was her response to you when you were trying to get her to stop?
She sent me away and hit me and told me to go away. And then I went away. So I wasn't there after the fire started.
What, were you aware of the fact that the fire started?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood was at my house.
Do you recall what you did?
Left. Walked
Left?
down. Yeah. Walked down the street. Yeah, very upset. Across the street at the McKelson's house. Those were our next door neighbors.
Were you there when your father returned home?
Yes, that was back then.
Do you recall what his reaction was when he saw his clothes?
He sat Mom down and said, "Oh, it'll be all right." And then he went outside and picked up stuff that was left. It was really calm and normal. And I didn't expect him to react that way at all.
You expected that he'd be more angry?
I thought he'd be in a fit, and I thought he'd just pick up and leave. And he didn't. They worked it out.
Okay.
Mom calmed down, and everything was fine.
Do you know at all of a suicide attempt by your mother?
Now I know of it.
At the time, did you know
No.
anything about your mother doing anything to herself?
No.
So if that occurred sometime around the time of the clothes burning incident, you weren't aware of it?
No.
And how was it that you found out about it? You said that you now know about it. Has it been since the time that your father's been killed? Or did your mother tell you about it later?
No. Sometime when I was in high school. I don't know when.
While your mom and dad were married, did your mother ever appear to be afraid of your dad?
No.
Did she ever say anything to you about being afraid of him?
No. She's bigger than him.
Than him? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Did you ever see your mother with a black eye?
No.
Did your father work a lot while they were married?
Yes, an awful lot.
He was an attorney, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he worked long hours?
Yes.
And from the time, say, that Danny and Rhett were born, what did your mother do, basically, during the day while your father was at work?
Took care of us.
Okay. Did she socialize at all?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe, did she have maybe just one friend? Did she often have people over to the house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had people over most Sunday nights for dinner.
Did it appear at all as though she was isolated from people, or was she free to have friends and go out and do what she wanted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was free to go out and do what she wanted.
Was she stuck at home doing all of the housework? Did she have any help with the housework?
We had au pair girls that lived with us sometimes. We had a maid.
At some point you hired a maid named Maria Montez?
Yeah.
What did your mother think of your dad's friends?
She didn't like them.
Were there problems along those lines?
Just, yeah, yes, she didn't like them at all. She didn't want him with them.
Were there some of them that she wouldn't let in the house?
I don't know.
But you were...
If they came over, I don't think she would shut the door in their face, but they weren't invited over.
And which...
Pretty much friends in general, like attorney friends in general. All the people that he worked with. Not like family friends, the husbands, not that kind of person. Not that kind of friend, I mean.
Did you ever hear your dad call your mom fat or ugly or say degrading things to her?
No.
Never?
No, never.
Do you recall in 1985 when your parents separated?
Yes.
Where were you living at the time that they separated?
My choice.
And was there a particular reason why you had moved to the rental house?
Because our house is under construction. Because half of it was sinking, kind of.
And that was the Coral Reef house. There was a problem with the house at Coral Reef.
Right.
Did all of you move into the rental? You, your mom and dad, and all your brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Do you recall anything unusual happening when you moved into the house? Did your mother leave for a period of time?
Yes.
Can you describe what happened?
Well, I don't know if we had, well, the day we're moving in, that's when Mom disappeared. At the house, and then Mom never showed up.
Okay, when you say your
We were all
mom...
at the rented house, and Mom didn't come there.
And you said she disappeared. What happened? She just didn't show up?
Right.
And how long was she gone for?
A few days. A while.
Do you recall what your reaction or what the boys' reaction was?
We just figured she wasn't ever coming back. We just moved everything in, or tried. I mean, we didn't get too far. And just assumed that she wasn't coming back.
Was there a time? There was a time then, obviously, when she came back.
Right.
Do you know why she just disappeared?
No, I don't.
Because she never explained it to you.
No.
She never told you that she was leaving before she left.
No.
Do you recall when your father actually moved out of the rental?
Yes.
Do you recall what happened that night?
I know Dad got home, it was around 8 or 9. We were still up, so it could have been later than that. And he went in the room, and then they got in some argument about something, I don't know what. And then Mom took hair gel and threw it at him. And then he came out and left. I think that's all that happened. He just grabbed some stuff and said he was leaving. Then he told us he was leaving, and then he left.
Do you know where he went when he left?
That instant, or?
Excuse me. Just a short time before he left, had there been an argument to live at that point?
Back to Coral Reef.
Were, excuse me. Just a short time before he left, had there been an argument
Darn it, I hate this website. Next try we're doing off of YouTube, I swear.
happen?
She wanted this emerald ring that she's been eyeing for a long time. She really wanted it. And then he went and got her a ring, but it wasn't the ring, that it was a disgrace and that she wasn't going to wear this. And it was like child's ring. And then she threw it.
When you say she threw it, what did she do with it?
She opened it and then she got mad about it and then she threw the ring.
What did you see the ring? What kind of ring was it that he gave to her? Requested? When he moved at the time.
It was still under construction, but almost done.
Was there any furniture in the house?
No.
What was your dad sleeping on?
On the floor.
Did there come a time after that you ended up also living over at the Coral Reef house?
Yes.
Can you describe how it was that you ended up over there?
And Mom and I got an argument because I had this friend over that I wanted her to take home. And we had just been at Warden Springs, and she didn't want to take her home. She was tired. So she said no. And we got in an argument, so I went back into my room. And then Mom came in and said that pack up and leave, that she didn't want me there anymore. I can go live with Dad, so then I packed up and left.
So you packed up your clothes, and did she take you over to your dad's house?
Yeah.
What time of night or day was that?
8 or 9 at night.
And
We had just gotten back from Warren Springs that day. So,
over to Coral, she left you. Were you able to get into the house, or did you have to wait outside?
I waited outside and then I went around the back and got in later. And then he called and I answered the phone and he panicked and hung up on me because he didn't know. He thought he called the wrong number or he didn't know who was in his house. So then he called back and then he came home.
So then he called back, and when he realized that you were at home, he came home.
Right.
Was there any furniture in the house at that time?
No.
At some later point, did either of your brothers or sister come over to Coral Reef?
My brother, Danny, came over the next day on Easter. And then my sister, Lee and Rhett came over.
Why did he call home if nobody was there? Unless, well, all y'all are old enough to remember. Remember when you used to have to call into your phone to get your voicemail messages? Maybe that's what he was doing. And then she picked up the phone. And so he thought he called the wrong number. So then he called back because he was just calling in to get his answering machine messages. Because why would you call if you didn't think anybody was home, unless that was what he was doing?
Over.
He was fighting with Rhett. Mom had enough of it, so she told him to pack up and move with me.
Did she actually bring him over?
Yes.
What was his emotional state when he was brought over?
He didn't want to come over there.
Was he crying?
Yes.
And then you indicated some couple weeks, month later, both Lee and Rhett were brought at the same time.
Yes, they were.
And again, what was the circumstances of them being brought over?
They were hysterically crying. They were very upset. Dad wasn't home. It was late at night, and I don't know what had occurred at that house that made her bring them over, but she brought them over and dropped them off in the living room.
And did she say anything about why she was dropping them off in the living room?
She said, let him try and deal with 4 kids. No, she didn't give us much of a reason. She just said she wasn't going to be left here with 4 kids, so he could have us.
And again, this was at nighttime and your father wasn't home?
Right. Well, he was coming home soon, though. He was, I don't know I don't remember where he was. It was after dinner. I don't know. It was late at night. I think he must have been somewhere that he was going back soon.
Any furniture in the house, or was there still a period of time when there was no furniture?
We had beds by then, but there wasn't furniture in the rest of the house.
Once all 4 of you were ultimately brought over to the Coral Reef house, did you then basically live there with your father?
Yes.
Did your dad ever pack you guys all up and try and take you back to your mother?
No.
What? How was your dad handling having all 4 of you there at the house?
At first, not very well. He didn't really know what to do with us because when we were growing up, he was around like at night and on the weekends and stuff, but he had no idea what to do with us. So not very well at first. But then he got better at it. And then he rearranged his schedule and spent more time at home. Not that much more, but more than before. And then he hired somebody to help around the house.
So he ultimately hired a maid or a housekeeper,
Right.
Babysitter, combined person?
Yes, and they made dinner and picked us up from school and stuff like that.
Was there a period of time there where he was on his own as far as getting dinner together for you guys, and as well as going to work? And
Yes. When we first were there. And then after that, then he hired somebody to help him.
at some point, did your mother move out of the rental house and into the house on Calle de Cielo?
Yes.
And when she moved into the house on Calle de Cielo, the four of you still stayed at Coral Reef with your dad. Is that correct?
Right.
Was there any time in there where she took any of the kids to live with her at Calle de Cielo?
Lee lived there for a little while, and the rest of us never really lived there, just visited.
While you were living at Coral Reef with your dad and your mother had moved into Calle de Cielo, were there any times when she came over to Coral Reef and did anything to the house?
Yes.
Can you describe, for example?
She came over one time and hit an umbrella through the front door, the glass. So I guess it wasn't. It was the front window, I'm sorry, front window. And she spray painted, like on the bathroom mirror, saying something, but I don't remember what it said. And then another time she smeared this Boston cream pie all over my dad's bed. And
When she,
About it.
you said she wrote something in lipstick on the mirrors. Was it anything vulgar?
yeah, I think it was a bad word or something. I don't remember. It wasn't nice. I don't remember exactly what it says though.
How about when she spray painted? Was it just spray painting or was it spray painting words? Do you recall?
It was just spray painting. I don't remember any words.
And was there ever a time where she smashed a stereo? Threw a stereo to the ground?
Then?
Yes.
No, not that I remember.
Okay, that was earlier during the marriage?
That was after we went out to dinner.
When she was coming over to the house and doing these things, were you or the other children at home, or was it times when you guys would be gone?
Both. When we would be there, when we would be gone, and then coming home.
What did your dad ever talk to her about stopping doing that?
Yes, repeatedly.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Yes, repeatedly.
Repeatedly?
Yes.
And what was her reaction? Okay, did she say why?
No. No, I don't know what she wanted then. I don't remember what she was mad about. Exactly. I mean, I know in general, but I just don't know exactly.
Is that correct?
Right, and then he got restraining orders.
I don't think she needed an issue. I think she made up issues when she just wanted to do something to him.
Stop anyway. That didn't help anyway.
I'm sorry.
That didn't help anyway.
Was there a time then when you and your father and the rest of the kids moved out of La Jolla?
Yes, we moved over to Balboa Park area.
And was that into 1041 Cypress?
Yes.
And that's the house in the Marsden Hills area of Hillcrest?
Yes.
And what was the reason for moving?
Because the Coral Reef house was basically the family house, and Dad thought that if we moved out of there, that the mom wouldn't want to come around because we wouldn't be in her house anymore. So she went aggravate her that we were all living in this house that she's in. So if we moved her farther away, so he thought she wouldn't come over, and she wouldn't come over that much.
Well, it wouldn't come over and vandalize.
Right.
As far as you know, during that period of time, was she free to come over and see the kids before she was vandalizing the house?
Before?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. After the restraining orders, no.
When you moved to the house in Marsden Hills, was that closer to Francis Parker?
Yes. So it only took about 5 minutes to get there. Well, that's to my school, the upper school. To the lower school was even closer than that.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Francis Parker there where...
Yeah, Mission Hills is right here and then Hillcrest is right there. So, Marsden's is in the house, though.
So moving to Marsden Hills was not like a disadvantage to the kids. It was actually moving closer to the road. Was that correct?
Yes.
And what do you remember the general condition of your dad's house at Marsden Hills when you first moved in?
It was really old. Needed a lot of work, basically. He redid it all. It's not what it's now.
And how about your mom's house on Calle de Cielo? Do you remember the condition of it when she first moved in?
It needed a lot of work. Some made it into a cum or something, had a fire on the carpet. So it needed a lot of work.
And did she ultimately make some improvements of that house as well? While you were living at Cypress with your dad, do you recall an incident where when your mother smashed the car through the front door?
Yes.
Can you describe that, what happened?
They were going to court about the sale of the Coral Reef house because no one lived there anymore. So they were going back and forth about that, and then they couldn't agree, and so
I'd just like you, if you could, to describe what happened when she came over to the house.
The first time she came over, she said, "I'm not leaving till I talk to him," and she wasn't supposed to be there. So I was asking her to leave, and she said, "He's going to be sorry. I'm not leaving until he gets here. I'm talking to him." So I called Dad. I'm like, "You better come home. Mom's here. She wants to talk." Rushed home, and then she told me that she was going to burn down Coral Reef House, and she'd burn it before he'd sell it, and he can't do that. So then he came home, and they argued, and he said, "I'm not going to talk to you. You have to get out of here. You can't barge in the house and make demands, so you have to leave." And so eventually she left, and Dad called the police and said, "She's going to burn down the other house. Go over there and watch it." So I guess the police did that. And while we were talking about this in the kitchen, then the car came through the front door.
So before she had left, she had told you she was going to go burn down Coral Reef.
Right,
And that's why your dad knew about that.
right.
And then after she left, you were still there in the house. You and your dad, and was anybody else there? Through the front, realized that the car was coming through the front door.
There's a really chainsaw, and then I just heard that, and then everything started shaking, and then I left, so I didn't know it was a car at the time. I didn't know until I came back up into the house,
When you say you left, where did you go?
down the canyon.
Okay, your dad's house was on a canyon?
Yes,
And why did you go down in the canyon?
because I thought it was a chainsaw and that she was gonna chainsaw Dad, so I ran away.
You thought your mom was going to chainsaw your dad.
Yes,
So you ran away? You didn't call for help or
And
try to talk
what,
her out
was
of
there a
it?
point then when you came back up out of the canyon?
yes.
And where was your mother at that point?
She spit her tongue out at me.
I'm sorry?
She spit her tongue out at me?
She spit her tongue out, stuck her tongue?
Yeah.
Do you know why she did that?
No?
Do you know what happened to her after that point? You said she was in the police car. Do you know where she went?
Marty.
She went to jail first, and then she went to, like a hospital.
Did you visit her? When she was at the hospital?
Yes.
To a neighbor's house. And call 911 and be like, "My mom is going after my dad with a chainsaw." I mean, they would have found out when they got there that she was wrong, but still.
While you were living at Cypress, did your mom talk to you all sometimes over the phone?
Yes. Often.
So she would call over there. She was free to call and talk to you all on the phone?
Yes.
She had with your brother Dean that you were,
Yes.
and that was a conversation that was tape recorded, and you've heard the tape of that?
Yes.
And do you recall why it was that conversation was kind of unique?
Well, at the time, Danny's really shy, and he doesn't really speak up to people, and he was yelling at Mom. So it was unique in that way. And
In the conversation, it was a very upsetting, disturbing conversation.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Stand.
Can you describe his emotional demeanor during this particular conversation?
he was very upset.
Your Honor, going to ask to have marked as People's Exhibit next in order.
40.
People's Exhibit 40, tape,
Somewhere.
cassette tape. And I am going to ask to play this for the jury, but it's, if I recall, it's about a 45-minute tape, and it might be appropriate to take the break at this point, play the tape afterwards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take our morning recess at this time. We'll be in recess until, say, 10:30. That give you enough time? In recess until 10:30. Please remember the admonition. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to playing the tape, I heard you an admonishment. The evidence that is now being introduced is introduced for the purpose of showing that the defendant committed another act other than the one she is on trial. Such evidence, if believed, is not received and it may not be considered by you to prove either that the defendant is a person of bad character or that she has a predisposition to commit the crime charged. The evidence is received and may be considered by you only for the limited purpose, which is a necessary element of the crime charged, and or the existence of a motive for the commission of the crime charged. For the limited purpose for which you may consider such evidence, you must weigh it in the same manner as you do all other evidence in this case. You are not permitted to consider such evidence for any other purpose. Play the tape.
Just to get his money.
Yeah, that's right.
Then Mickey knows that, and how can he stop?
Because he's so stupid. He doesn't care giving her the money. But that money is mine. I earned it. I earned it for 20 years of hard work and tough shit.
Yeah, you're not. Don't you care about your family? Over there.
Somebody else is on the phone.
No, I don't care.
No, I don't care either. I took absolute perfect care of my family. I was the best mommy in the whole world and the best wife in the whole world. It's not my fault your father's such a fuckhead. I care plenty about my family. I only work 24 hours a day for 17 years.
So then, fine. If it isn't your fault, then why don't you just mind your own business and not care if...
What do you mean, mind my own business?
And don't care who he's seeing. He could be seeing a totally different girl. It wouldn't make a difference.
Well, I guess you're a real California kid. Congratulations. Your brain is scrambled eggs. You've been living with him too long. You don't have any sense of value, right and wrong, up and down, in and out, black and white, truth or lie. Stay living with him, your whole head will go swim.
All you care about them is the money.
That's what he tells you, right?
No.
Yeah.
But that's all. No, that's what you tell me. But then what do you care about besides the money?
I wish this person would hang up the phone.
Nobody's on the phone.
Are you in the kitchen?
No, I'm upstairs.
Well, what's that noise?
It's what noise?
People walking around and stuff in the kitchen.
It's not in the kitchen. It's up here.
Who is it?
Everybody walking upstairs. Like the babysitter and Red and Lee and Dad and stuff.
And stuff. Will you come upstairs?
No.
Well,
Okay, what else do you care about besides your money and your share of things?
I cared about my family bad enough to put up with him fucking Linda for 2
Yeah, well, if you care about your family, if you stop saying bad words, Mom.
I put up with shit in my face for 2 years, and you kids never even knew it. You never knew he was fucking Linda while I was married to me, did you?
No.
No, and I did. And I put up with shit for 2 years hoping he'd get over this. And he'd grow up. And he obviously is too weak a little faggot.
But no, you don't. If you care about your family, you would stop saying bad words.
Well, I repeat again, I'd rather be a lady and a wonderful person and call a cunt a cunt.
Well, you're not going to be a wonderful person to very many people if you don't stop saying those bad words.
I'm sick of the cunt answering the telephone and not letting my messages through. I'm keeping my children away from me money on 2 Christmases and 2 Thanksgivings and 2 birthdays.
It's not only Linda's fault, it's Dad's fault too, and it's your fault, Mom.
Right.
Because you keep on saying bad words. That would never happen. You would never be calling here if you didn't.
The first Christmas, your father took me away, took you guys away from me, and sucked Linda right in front of you at the ski place. We were married, and I wasn't calling anybody a cunt then.
What ski place?
Utah. We were married when he did that.
No, we weren't. No, you. Oh, yeah, but you were still separated.
Well, what difference does that make? We were married. And you are my 4 kids that he took away from me for Christmas and put you in an ugly apartment where I could...
No, but he did take us away. You gave us to him.
On Christmas?
No, on Easter. You sent me over there on Easter, and in a couple hours more, they were over here.
Mm-hmm. And you've just been having a good time ever since, huh?
No, we haven't. We're having a horrible time. You keep on saying the bad words, and we're never going to be able to come over there if you don't stop. And if you don't stop, it just shows me that all you care about is your money.
Well, this house isn't as pretty as that house.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot prettier.
This house?
I think so. It's a lot neater.
You're in a better spot. I don't like you in gay town. With all the criminals and all the retards and the old folks and the drug dealers.
We're never going to be able to see you again. And it's not doing any good.
Yeah, well, as soon as I get a fair settlement from Daddy,
See, that's what I mean. All you care about is your money and your fair settlement.
I will get a fair settlement and then I'll discuss custody.
Oh, well, you're never going to get custody.
I have ruined 4 years of my
And
life.
there's not going to be a fair settlement until you stop saying bad words.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
We aren't allowed to be around you if you're saying bad words, Mom.
Well, and the cunt's allowed to be around you? Who's been fucking...
What's wrong with that? Because you guys are divorced. That can be with anybody who wants to.
I didn't get a divorce. Daddy got the divorce, so I'm still married.
I know, separated, Mom. And he likes somebody else now. He doesn't like you anymore. And I mean, if you gotta stop saying the bad words.
Why doesn't he like me anymore?
Because he's sick of you because you guys get in all these fights.
Why did he get in fights?
I don't know.
Because he was fucking his secretary.
Even before that, you got in fights, Mom.
I don't think so, Danny. See, you didn't know he was fucking his secretary for the last 2 years we were married. I didn't tell anybody. I was too embarrassed for everyone. And I thought he'd cut it out and grow up. And he didn't. So we did. We fought like crazy because he was a flaming fuckhead bastard.
Yeah, that was the only 2 years ago. But before that, you were still getting in fights all the time.
Danny, every married couple in the whole world fights sometimes. We weren't getting in fights all the time.
Not all the time, but you got in fights a lot.
About what?
About lots of stuff. About houses and everything. I don't know about everything.
Oh, I hear little Rick. Is that the babysitter reading him a story or something?
No, he's talking to Kim. I think.
Kim was at my house. Kim's not home.
Kim? Is Kim there? Oh, she's home.
Oh, that was quick. She told her after she took a rocket ship.
Did you take a rocket ship here? And how did you get here so fast?
Anyway, I don't want you to be mad at me. Because I didn't do anything.
Well, I'm going to be if you don't stop saying those bad words. Because nothing ever is going to happen. It's just going to get worse. You're going to get a lot better if you don't stop. Because we can't do anything about it now. It's your problem now. You haven't fixed it. You're the only person that can fix it. Fix something for seeing you and for Dad give us more money so we can go on trips and stuff. And you gotta stop saying bad words. I mean, if you're hoping in anything, you might as well forget it if you're going to keep on saying bad words.
If I'm doing what?
If you're hoping on anything, you better say bad words.
This is bad words until I got fucked on for 4 years.
He said, I'm not going to do any good, get a lot worse.
Somebody called up Daddy and said dickhead and hung up the phone and he thought it was me and it wasn't.
Who was it?
I don't know. Somebody else called him dickhead.
Oh my God.
You won't call me bad words and make things a lot worse. And you won't stop, will you? Until you get your share of money.
He's scum, Danny. He's absolute scum. He's cheated and lied and fucked around. There's nothing...
Don't you think being mad for 2 years is enough though, Mom?
No, it took me 20 years of goodness to get mad.
So, you know, I know lots of people that parents are... I know not a lot of people, but I know a couple of people whose parents are divorced, and they've been divorced for a little bit of business. And then, like Andrew, for instance, her mom isn't mad about it, and his dad isn't mad about it.
Are you kidding? His mother hates his father.
I know, but I was with them at a soccer game. The mom walked right past the dad, and they looked at each other, but they didn't say anything, and they didn't glare at each other or anything.
Well, because she got her money. How do you think she's able to live?
Well, she works though too.
Well, I should work too.
Why don't you? And why don't you stop saying bad words and you'll get your stupid share?
Hey,
You will though. You'll get more than your share.
who said that stupid share?
I did.
Who said that? I have a friend, Mary Williams, whose husband divorced her, and they got divorced within 3 days. They split everything down the middle, just like I wanted to do. Fuckhead doesn't want to give me 1 cent of what's mine. And he's the one who's caused this 2-year delay, because he doesn't want to give me anything that's mine. And he's the one who's dragging this out.
Aside from the
I
fact
told
that
her...
she's cussing in front of her Sorry, guys, that was my fault, I guess. Aside from the fact that she's cussing to her, I think he was like 10 at the time. You also shouldn't be discussing your divorce settlement with your children. How inappropriate. Dang, woman. I want to get through this tape and then we'll go to the trial.
We could be finished with this in an hour.
If what?
When Dan Broderick decides he wants to settle this, we can settle it in an hour.
How?
By agreeing on what he's going to give me that's mine.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need some that because it's true.
Danny. I'm just fair.
You want everything. You want half and half of everything that owns. You want all the kids and you want Lynn to get away, so that leaves Dad with nothing.
Oh, well, excuse me. First off, you're wrong. I don't want everything.
And then what do you not?
From his family, he doesn't deserve a family.
Well, okay, what if he cares? You're left.
Unbelievable.
Ding, Mom. How do you feel with nobody living there? Not very good, huh? Not getting your money or anything. And all you ever care about is your stupid money.
Well, if you say that one more time, I'm going to stickle towards you for 25 minutes on it. That is not true. But I want what's mine out of that bucket who refuses to settle.
Yeah, well, you stopped it.
Yes, I didn't say bad words and nothing happened.
Right. Well, yeah, you did, because you stayed together and you got your share.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either, Mom.
2 years since the separation, he could have settled this in the first week. In the first day, he could have settled this.
No, we couldn't have, because you were so mad that you sent us over there.
No, from separation, he could have settled it. And then I would know how much money I was getting to pay the bill here.
It's fixed for fine for 2 of us to come live here. I don't know if the girls want to come, but if they do, I don't care. But all I care is that I want to come and Brett wants to come. And there's enough room there. There's one big room for both of us.
You don't even like me. You think I'm selfish and mean and everything else. What do you want to come for?
Because we both like you wanted your stupid money. It's true, Mom. You don't care about us. You just want your money.
That's not true.
Then how come you won't stop saying bad words?
My little baby.
Yeah, I know. If you stop saying bad words, you can have your little babies.
I'm a little bit kind of about it. You're a smart kid, Danny. I love it. Smart. You're a very, very smart kid. You're going to be such a famous guy when you grow up. Whatever you do, you're going to be so successful because you're so smart. Take after your mother.
Why don't you just... No, you're not very smart, Mom. You're doing anything that you can do. I don't matter. It's such a little... It's so funny.
You're yelling at me. Monkey. Do you have a cold?
Yeah.
Or are you just mad?
We both. Why don't you just stop saying bad words? This whole thing could be settled a lot quicker. Because if you keep saying bad words, it will never be settled, Mom.
Well, you tell Daddy to settle quick. He settled before lunchtime tomorrow.
No, you settle it before lunchtime. Well, he doesn't have to, because you're the only one that's going to change. You're the only one that's going to change it. Nobody else can change it except you.
No, I mean, the settlement. He's got all the money. He's got every single cent the 2 of us own. When he gives me half, then we'll discuss.
He gives you money every, I don't know, but he gives you a lot of money.
Yeah, well, it's not enough.
Why isn't it enough?
It's not what the law says I own.
Yeah, how much do you own?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get your stupid having your money if you just stop saying bad words.
I wish you were here to fight me in person.
Well, why don't you stop saying bad words, Mom?
Are you going to go see Dr. Ruth again?
Yeah?
When are you going?
I don't know, April something or something. I don't know, April 1st.
April Fool's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
And she doesn't want us to go over there. She wants us to do what you should do. Stop saying bad words and then let us come over.
We'll plan a big joke on her for April Fool's Day.
Mom, I don't care about a stupid joke. Get out of here. But how come you just won't stop saying bad words?
Because I'm mad.
Yeah, we can't be mad for 2 years. And you're just going to get worse and worse and worse until you get your stupid share of money. And you're never going to get your stupid share of money unless you stop saying bad words. Nothing, Mom.
Daddy, why?
I don't know. When he is a good, you know, he's walking through this room every once in a while to fix some light bulbs. Nowhere, Mom.
my
I don't
God.
know.
Oh, it's not time to come over to school yet, huh?
No, she's with her family.
Oh, who's the family?
I don't know.
The family is talking about marriage for kids.
And
For kids.
I don't know. Till you get your stupid money share. Well, you're not going to get it, Mom.
Well, you're a tough little nut. You're a tough little nut, huh?
Why do you keep on doing it?
Take off.
Okay, you've told me that many times you're ticked off. Who cares? You better stop saying bad words or else you're going to be more ticked off.
I say I'm half.
Oh, fine.
That laugh is so unhinged. That poor
You know,
child.
if you say no bad words, you're going to get your stupid half.
Stop yelling at me. You're a little monster.
Well, you're not listening.
I'm listening. You're giving me an earache.
Then why don't you do it?
It's in my ear.
Why don't you do it? Because you're being selfish and you want to do everything. You want to get all the kids, you want to get all the money, you want to get rid of Linda, and you want to still say bad words. And it's not going to work, Mom.
Just remember, there's no reason to be mad at me. I didn't cause any of this. I caused all this trouble. And look, you're mad at me, and I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing.
Yes, you did. Well, you didn't just get off. You were on for like 3 seconds.
Well, you just watch who you're mad at, because I'm a...
Well, I'm mad at you because you're doing something right now. You're not letting us come over to see you.
What do you mean I'm not letting you come over here?
No, you're not letting. No, it's you. No, it's you. You're saying the bad words.
I'd rather say a bad word than be a bad word. Dan and Linda are bad words.
Well, fine. You can say what you want, but you're just being a real jerk to all your family. And nobody's gonna like you anymore.
Well, thanks a lot.
Well, we're not gonna need words.
Well, I didn't do any of this thing. I was the best mother and the best wife in the whole world.
Well, you're doing something right now. You're saying stupid bad words and you're not making any sense.
Daddy fucked all of us. He fucked your whole life and my whole life.
Well, you're doing the same thing right now, Mom. You're making it a lot worse, too. Yes, you are. Yes. You're saying bad words. Nothing ever is gonna happen if you keep on saying stupid bad words.
Bad words has nothing to do with fucking your whole family.
I know, but it has to do with messing up the whole family, because if you don't stop saying bad words, no one's going to let us come over there. Ever. So you better stop doing it. Why wouldn't you just do it? You're making everything 10 times worse. And it's just gonna get worse and worse until you start saying the bad words. Why won't you stop? Huh? Mom, get off the phone. Don't yell at me. No, I am going to yell at you. Why won't you just listen, Mom? You're going to make it life a lot easier for everybody in this family if you just stop saying bad words. You're going to get your stupid share if you stop saying words. You're going to get some of the kids that to your house and forever if you just stop saying the stupid bad words. Why wouldn't you just stop? Huh?
I hate Daddy.
Well, it's not gonna do any good. I know, but you're just gonna make stuff worse by saying bad words, Mom.
We're the best family in the whole world. We're all so happy. All the kids and me were happy.
I know we're you just stop saying that. Hey, Mom, you're saying it right now. You better stop. Or else you're just going to make everything worse.
So fine, act like a man.
He is acting like a man. Okay, what is he doing wrong, Mom? You're the person that's doing the thing wrong. You're saying bad words and making the family even worse.
I'm not saying bad words for
Words in front of your kids. Yeah, but he didn't rob us. You gave us to him.
Why?
I don't know why. You gave us to him. And it was really stupid because once you gave us to him, you got really mad, and it wasn't even his fault that we got over there, and you just started to say bad words, and we're gonna stay over here for the rest of our lives.
Maybe you should stay there the rest of your life.
We don't want to, though, Mom. We want to live with you, but you're just making it harder for all of us that wants to live over there. If you stop saying bad words, everybody will be happier. At least I know I will. And I know Red will. I mean, you probably don't care because all you want is your money.
Poor little you.
Why won't you just stop saying the bad words?
Poor little you. I'm crying too.
Well, why won't you just stop saying them? You've said them a million of times. You don't need to say them anymore. You've been mad for 2 years now. That's long enough, Mom. You should have been done after 2 months of it instead of 2 years.
I would have been done after 2 hours of it if we had a settlement. And Daddy did this like a gentleman.
Yeah, well, you could have done that because you said why he threw you in jail, because you came and ran through his house.
After he...
House. That was a rented house.
No, on Coral Reef. The day he sold Coral Reef and kept...
And also because you poured gasoline all over it.
You don't understand things, Danny.
You don't either, Mom. You better stop saying the bad words.
Tell your father to grow up and act like a gentleman, and this could all be over in an hour.
Well, no, you should grow up and act like a woman and stop being so mad about all this. You just have to stop saying the bad words. And you won't. You're being a jerk. You're being selfish. You want everything your way. And you're not going to get everything your way if you don't stop saying bad words.
I haven't had anything, Mike.
I know, but you're not going to get it. You want it, though, but you're not going to get it. Until you stop saying bad words. And you have to stop saying bad words.
God. We should get drunk and drive this fucking...
What's going to make the
Oh my God.
difference, Mom?
Well, then you'd just be gone off the earth.
Who cares? Somebody else would have custody of us besides you, because you keep on, they think you're a bad influence because you'll be saying everything about Dad and all these bad words, and you're never going to have it unless you stop saying the stupid bad words.
You know who has custody of you?
Who?
That wonderful Uncle Barry.
Of me, that's all. And I don't want to do that, but still, Mom, you're being a jerk. You're ruining the whole rest of our life by saying these stupid bad words.
Is that there?
No. He's asleep.
Oh, I thought I heard his voice.
He went to sleep just now.
A whole bunch of it?
I'm saying all these bad words.
You know, your kid has to do his homework. Why don't you shut up and let him go do his homework?
Tell your father to act like a gentleman.
Yeah, I know. Well, you should tell you to act like a woman, too. And stop saying the bad words. You've been mad enough long. I mean, you've been bad long enough.
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah, so you want to be mad another 2 years, and then after that, another 4 years, and after that, maybe another 6 years.
Now, we are going to stop there. And hey guys. Okay, so we're going to stop there. And now we're going to go to Donna Adelson's trial. Thank you guys for coming out. If you're going to watch the Donna Adelson trial with me, this will redirect you. It should redirect you, I should say. And I will see you guys again in the morning for more of Kim Broderick's testimony. And yeah, so you'll... If you want to go with us, you'll pop up over there. And if not, I will see you again in the morning at 8. And remember, be kind to people, love your family, and Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye, guys.